All right, well, we're continuing our week of starting with the letter K, the Greek letter equivalent of K, Kappa, because I've said many times before that I think K isn't a very good letter to guess because it just doesn't show up very often. And so far, we're 0 for 2 on Ks this week, but at least we got something today. We got the A. Normally, if I have an A, I like to follow up with something like train, but the A needs to be second. So, something like tears isn't terrible. Terrible. We could do teared. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, well, not very good. And I mean, it was a past tense, but the odds of getting it in 2 with 1 green letter isn't very good anyway, so whatever. I'm just more going for good letters at this point. So, RA, we could do RA. Or we could do something OR, something like razor. Now, that's not great because of the Z, clearly. The good thing about that is it checks 2 spots for that yellow R. But the Z, it just isn't great. That's the main problem. And I don't think there's another word that works like that. So, we could also do something AIRY, something like fairy. Fairy isn't terrible. Harry, Harry. I think, is H or F a better letter? I'm not really sure, actually. I feel like my instinct is that H is probably better. But I would kind of put them, on the same plane, roughly. So, and I know people can run the numbers, and somebody will probably tell me in the comments, but of course, it kind of depends on what word list you're using, right? Are you using all 5-letter words? Because some 5-letter words aren't potential answers in Wordle. Are you just going with the original Wordle answer list? Because the list has changed slightly, so I don't know. But either way, I think I'm going to guess Harry. Okay, maybe I should have guessed fairy. I don't know. So, I mean, we could go back to the OR or a UR or something, or we could put the R at the beginning. Either way, I feel like we need another vowel because there's only the one A. There's no E, there's no I, there's no Y. Something like radon, but there's no D. We could do Raycon, not sponsored. I think that has a Y anyways, doesn't it? Raycon? I don't know. If Raycon wants to sponsor me, I'll guess whatever word they want. We could try Rambo. I don't think that's probably an acceptable guess because that's just a name. So I'm not thinking of much there. So I think the R has to be at the end, which then makes me think OR. I mean, it could be razor. That's a possibility. Is there something else? No, we can't have a second A. I was gonna say something like radar that has another A, but there's no D, so we can't do radar. I don't know. Maybe we'll try razor. I mean, if nothing else, it will, we'll definitely locate the R. O is a good letter. I don't know, let's go for it. Okay. So, labor. Why didn't I think of that before? Okay, what else is possible? Labor. Favor. Shoot, why I got stuck on razor and I couldn't think of any other words. Labor, favor. Oh, major and manor. It's the problem, isn't it? Okay, because there's too many things now, because razor was a stupid guess. Okay, so, I mean, I'm thinking manor, favor, savor, labor. We could do flams. I think that would at least check a lot of them. I don't know. I'm getting a little nervous here. I know we've had some of these before. I can't remember for sure. I feel like we had major or manor. Or maybe I've just guessed those before. This would check the L for labor, the M for manor or major, and then it would be a 50-50, I guess. The F for favor, the S for savor. So I think I think that'll get me at least most of them. I shouldn't have guessed Razor. All right, let's go with Plams. Oh, it's Savor. It's Savor, isn't it? I'm gonna savor the moment that I get a few. Whew, phew. That's right. Well, all right. That was. I mean, we ended up okay, but that was not. Razor was a mistake. I was focusing too much on finding the R, and I didn't think about all the possible AORs. Yep, that was the problem. But all right, well, got in a trap and just narrowly escaped the trap. We had to abandon hard mode, but that's okay. Happens sometimes. So, all right, well, let me know if you had a hairy solve today, or if you just sneaked by on a razor's edge, I guess. Yeah, very interesting. And if you know what a flam is, you're probably a drummer. Let me know in the comments. And of course, let me know how your solve went today. And be sure to subscribe for more.